Hello there, and welcome to Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. Now, I used to absolutely love this game. I've finished it at least once and nearly finished it like 3 or 4 times. But, it came out on PS4 and I had to. So, I think I'm going to try record basically my entire playthrough. And, you know, I might not talk as much. That might unfortunately mean that there's more background noise on my mic, but unfortunately that's sort of the reality of playing on the PS4 until I get my... Ooh! 4 times, you say? We'll give that a try. I'm sure we'll be able to change it later. Not very sure. But, might mean a little bit more background noise on the PS4, but that's the thing with the PS4 is that I can't really tweak much until I get a capture card, which, you know, I will eventually. But for now, just sit back and enjoy the cutscene.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Farewell.
Launch an attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little...
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Galtea stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield beyond sight. They're failing light.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over.
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Farah.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice: Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Romanos, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
You there? Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand?
Well, the game definitely does look better.
Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bossler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it. We move!
I apologize if these long cutscenes aren't much your thing, but I mean, you are watching a Final Fantasy game, so that's kind of the way it is. This is kind of the tutorial bit. Also, I apologize if you can hear sort of wind in the background. It's rather stormy today and I can't really do much about it until I really need to get a capture card, to be honest. But it hasn't been much work lately for me, so yeah. So this Final Fantasy is sort of real time, basically. But it's sort of real time, but you set commands, takes time to charge, and then they get executed. I think it's, yep, if you press L1, you go into fast mode. Which wasn't in the original game, but they added that
Captain?
in the International Zodiac Job System Edition, which is sort of the PlayStation 2 version of this game. And it was quite handy, because often a lot of the fighting is just left to your gambits, and you're kind of just sitting there waiting for actions to go through. But at the moment, we don't have gambits, I don't think. Although the attack does automatically renew, so it's still useful now.
My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Tonberry disengaging.
a lot of the fights will just progress like this. I'm going to spend a significant amount of time in fast forward mode, simply because I sort of know what to do, and it's just easier and quicker, and we get to get through more content without it being too incredibly boring. I will leave a little bit of grinding in, but
what if Captain Oswald
for the most part, we
don't talk such nonsense.
Shouldn't need to grind.
Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex!
Ah, yes. The fuck everything I'm running away button is R2. You kind of just... everyone stops what they're doing and follows you, which means you can run away from enemies a lot easier, which is nice. Also, I do apologize if I'm skipping through this quite a bit. Yeah, as I said, I've played this before, and so at times I've done this 4 or 5 times. So if you want a normal speed, sort of read every bit of dialogue playthrough, let me know in the comments, and I will try my best. But this particular run through is not that.
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Well, it's a good thing they give me potions. I do need them. Especially if I'm just relying on the auto attack. That is the one downside to the speed up mode, is that you do get significantly less control over your characters because you're simply relying on gambits, and the amount of time you have to react to anything going wrong is, well, sometimes it's just not enough. But if you have a solid set of gambits, you can get through most battles. I will play all boss battles on normal speed, simply because it's safer that way. You're less likely to have to retry them. Well, that, and you get to see all the nice boss battles and everything.
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Dalmasca to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent. Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And to think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect.
But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Hurry it up or they'll find us.
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean house.
Alright. That'll do it for this episode. I'm going to try to keep them to around 20 to 25 minutes because I frankly don't trust the PlayStation to keep a recording as long as it says it will. So, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate each and every view. And I do apologize for any audio issues, but hopefully I will see you in the next episode. See ya!